Will this be a gem? I just discovered this guy named PaperSquare. They're a brand new channel, but they're already doing pretty well. As you can see, 10,000 views, 15,000, 30,000, 17,000. So we're gonna check out some of their videos and see if they're good and based and We're not gonna watch all of them just because I don't care about all of them. So yeah, it's just gonna be these few, and hopefully I will have stuff to say. Oh, I thought this guy was gonna talk. Oh well, 2016 stock music. It's kind of funny. Okay, the K channel. Yeah, the start of free money hack. It would later to earn tens of millions of views in less than a year. Oh, he got the screenshot. Yes, he screenshot this before it was taken down, I think. Yeah, as you can see, it was a smashing success. And I don't know how many of you remember how well it did. But yeah, that's how well it did. Became one of the most known. I'm not sure. I feel like a lot of people kind of forgot about FPE. I'm not really sure if this is the best way to describe FPE. It was supposed to be a show created from the story animation. But then stuff happened. But it's forever cancelled. I'll explain more later. You can explain... Oh, are you gonna explain soon? Okay. Okay, she posted animated videos on the channel before. Fishing Girl and Virus are some examples. And, I was gonna say they're not really as good, but I don't know. Yeah, they didn't really blow up as much because I guess they just weren't as good. They weren't really able to pull people as well as the FPE did. Also, FPE had a very explicitly familiar element to it, so that definitely helped it blow up. And before that, oh, he did his research! Yes! Thank you for doing research. You have done what 99% of FPE fans cannot do! She revealed her gender and age, and well, I don't know about that. Why did you use fan art in this? This is not official. I mean, good on you for keeping the credit in, but why did you use fan art for this? I'm sure this guy has no harm to the original artist, but you know, very little is known about her. Yeah. Oh. The events take place in Paper School, which is confirmed to be in the same universe as Kitty's other animations, but then they were most likely separated. Are you gonna bring that up? Still, the video itself was not confirmed to be an official episode. Katie insisted heavily that the FP video is not canon to the full story, or it wouldn't have been canon to the full series. I guess take everything with a grain of salt. Or I guess you shouldn't now, because obviously there won't be an FP anymore. If you're watching this, you probably already know the plot and characters. But like, is this video made for people that don't know about FP? Or is it made for those who already know about it and just want to see an FP video essay? That's what I'm asking and wondering. Here's a short recap in case anyone forgot. Claire goes to school, she gets bullied, the teachers try to kill her, Engel saves her, and then Alice kills her. And it was just a prank. And that's basically it. It's a very simple plot, but I don't think it really had to be anything all that crazy when it was first released. Something else that's kind of good about FP is that it's very welcoming to people that don't know about it. A lot of its kind of mystery stuff is kind of intentional, and it doesn't really try to explain all of its very specific things. All you get is Claire gets bullied, the teachers try to kill her, and then she dies, and it doesn't try to overwhelm you with details about everything else. Okay, fan, I don't really care about this. Go. Decline. No! Toxic fans and haters increased. Kitty was stressed, and so she, quit. Okay. But with that, it's still trucking on. I mean, not as much as it used to, but, I don't think decline is the right word to use on this graph, because, like, It's declining at this moment, but will it go back up? Who knows? Judging by all of this, it seems like it's mostly gonna remain in people's curiosity for a while. Less content is being created on YouTube. Okay, a lot of videos are being deleted. Oh no. It's really sad to see as a longtime fan. At least there's still people uploading their own things. And so we'll continue. That's all. Next vid will be about fan theories. And that's about it. I guess it's okay for a first video. If the point is to kind of explain it to people who are curious about it and don't really know much about FPE. Though if this was made for FPE fans, I feel like it's kind of pointless since it's just kind of saying the same thing that everyone else has already said. Let's see. Explaining and rating fan theories. Death isn't permanent. I've never heard that theory before. Let's see. This theory states that when students are killed by teachers, they simply respawn later. Oh, like a Go Animate video. Making dying still painful, but less of an extreme punishment for the students. Oh, wait, is he gonna bring up all the art that still has Claire and Lana and Abby alive? Is that where he's going with this? But when they're killed by Alice, it's a permanent death. The theory explains the teachers being afraid or cautious of Alice. Wait, death isn't permanent, but then there is a permanent way to die, so then death, kind of is permanent. Anyway, the teacher's afraid about Alice, that's why, because they'll die if they mess with her. PaperSquare doesn't normally care about the students, but warns them about Alice. Also, the three teachers seem to be shocked when Claire, I figured. I think the theory explains a lot about the world and settings, the teachers and students' behavior. I'm not really sure about that. I'll give this a 9 out of 10. Very interesting and strong theory overall. I think this is a little generous. So at least this theory did not go in the direction I thought it would, where it's like, oh, if you see this other art, Abby's alive here. I guess it's good that it didn't go in that direction, but I don't know, this seems kind of dumb. Oh, another thing, the deaths of Abby and Lana are treated about the same as when Claire dies, with the same amount of like, oh no, sad and serious. But then if death is not permanent when the teachers kill them, why would the story make a big deal about them dying? Especially during the scene where Abby and Lana initially died, where you can't really argue compared to the one where Claire discovers their corpses, where if it was just that scene, you could probably say it's just from Claire's perspective, even though nothing really suggests that she's, I don't know, crazy or something. But when Abby and Lana are alone with PaperSquare, it's not really suggested that they'll be back another time. I don't know. Moving on. Also, good job on not crediting. Well, I guess he didn't really have to credit who came up with this, since it's just kind of a thing that a lot of people share at this point. Why not at least show some sources that you found of people explaining this theory instead of just you explaining. Very true, Miss Bloomy. So this one is in the one scene where the school is changing from paper to normal. Miss Bloomy is looking down with her hand on her head, all like, oh man, oh, which is a good reading of body language, though it could also just be that she's tired from running around and stuff. I guess we'll see what this person means. Miss Bloomy doesn't want to, or is being forced to kill Claire, probably. But then there's a hole in this that's coming up at some point. She is shown to purposefully pass Claire. I mean, I guess if you just read this scene exactly as it is, as just a straight line, it is seen she cuts Claire's leg instead of her whole body. What? No, it's because she's running away. And also, Claire very clearly is capable of not exactly outrunning Miss Bloomy, but she can get some pretty good distance. She can run from Miss Bloomy for a while. Maybe she was just quick here, but not quick enough. She seems to be sad or guilty by Alice's room. Yeah, that's usually, I think, is the number one sign. This is probably the most popular theory in FPE. I mean, I have gotten comments on the one FPE re-review that I did on the main channel suggesting this theory, but overall, I would not know what the most popular theories among FPEers are, with a lot of wholesome fanarts and animations. Okay. There. Oh, did you? Yes, you gave credit. Yes. There are also claims against it. Like, yeah, right here. She is. You beat her face, and she was foaming at the mouth to kill Claire, probably because she wanted to do it. Or maybe she was just putting on a mask or whatever, so that everyone else would think she was in on it. But nothing really suggests that she does fake stuff. 7 out of 10 theory definitely could be possible, but likely just a stretch. Yeah, probably. If anything, it's probably Miss Thavel that doesn't want to murder the students, because there's a little thing of her looking all sad in the corner, and she's probably trying to wrestle with her instincts or whatever. Third theory, Mr. Compass isn't real. Based theory? The worst character in FP isn't real? In all seriousness, no, that's kind of a stupid theory. Why wouldn't he be real? I don't know. Let's see what the explanation is. This is about Miss Circle's compass arm called Mr. Compass, saying that Miss Circle is schizophrenic and that the compass is her alter ego. And then is he gonna show the other students looking at them all like, ooh, She feels a repressed sense of guilt, so tries shifting some of it onto him. Are you gonna explain where this thought comes from? And it's supported by the fact that Miss Circle and Compass look so similar. I think that's just Katie being bad at character design. Miss Circle. No, Mr. Compass specifically doesn't have a very good design. Outside of FP, it would definitely be much better. But because he is in FP, he looks like a background character, so... Also, they seem confused in the start. Yeah, I guess. Thank you for mentioning this. And most importantly, Miss Circle's compass doesn't have an eye when it's viewed by others. But this theory has a huge flaw. Miss Circle does not feel guilt and enjoys killing this. Oh, that didn't even cross my mind, but thank you for bringing that up. The PaperSquare. I'll give this a 6 out of 10. Very interesting and adds more depth to the story, but it's unlikely. There's also something else I should probably bring up. Okay, supposedly Katie drew this drawing of Miss Circle and sent it to Edgy Ludon on Twitter one time, and there he is with an eye. Though I guess nothing really suggests that this is solely from Miss Circle's perspective, so who knows? Who knows? Theory 4, Ruby created Robbie. I mean, Robbie created Ruby. Oh man. Oh, well, their names just look so similar. They are shown in the same group, and Robbie has a branch. Okay. And they're sitting together in class. It was even mentioned. Why are you bringing up fan stuff? This is... Ruby calls Robbie back. That's just in Claire's precious little life. Why would you equate this to... Why would you use this as evidence that it's probably applicable to the actual FP? Oh my god. L evidence, L. But there's also a possibility that Edward built it. He's the one we've seen creating robots. Yeah, presumably this drone was built by Edward. There it is. And then there he was front and center. Reasonable 8 out of 10, but lacks concrete evidence. No. 8 out of... No. So that's like that's like a 4 out of 10 at most then. That shit sucks. It's a shitty ass theory. I mean, I guess in theory it's an 8 out of 10. And then you and then you fucking made it worse by bringing up fan stuff for some reason. Theory 5, the world of FP only exists in the drawings of Katie. So I've had this thought to myself. I never said it because I don't know, I just never really found the chance to say it. If you don't know, Oliver was eventually gender swapped and renamed to Katie to better represent Katie the person. Just thought I'd explain that, since Oliver was initially based on Katie. FP only exists. The most complex theory here by far. Okay, there are 3 versions of Katie that I'll refer to. The real person, the character, and the original character. The FPE cast are all characters made up by Katie. Some of them also appear in the real world in quotations, but they are not the same. My theory is maybe these characters are based on characters that appear in the parallel universe where Oliver and Claire and Biscuit and Nova and stuff live. Katie made up her own story. Oliver is a bully who hangs out with 2 made-up bullies and made-up versions of Claire and Engel and completely original stuff. Circle something. She's drawing the FP characters right here. I feel like something else important to know about this picture in particular is I've heard that this was posted after Katie was talking to Ejuludon about how FP is stressing her out and stuff, and she's thinking about quitting. But yeah, this is a good way, I think, of tying it into the actual story and not real life events. Basic behavior begins with a notebook owned by Oliver, and it ends with a notebook closing. FP took place inside it. Also, she mentioned that the 2 are separate universes. No, she said they were going to be separate. Maybe this is a little theory that she decided to apply to her own work. It would be amazing to see this theory confirmed, but we'll never know for sure. I personally rate this at 10 out of 10. It explains so much, and the only problem is that it requires some assumptions. Well, it's also kind of lame, because it's like one of those theories that it's like, Phineas and Ferb are dead! And Candace is just imagining them building a bunch of stuff, and that's why they never get caught by their parents! Ah! It kind of feels like one of those kind of theories, so it's also a bit lame. Is that it? I guess that's it. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Okay, we're getting a little more into cringe territory. Now let's see him explain Alice. Basic information. Alice is the overarching antagonist of FP. Stays in her dark room in the paper school. She only fully appears near the end, but her presence is referenced in many parts. Okay. She's about 19 or 20 years old and is not a student of the school. Okay, I think we can mostly skip this stuff. Everyone excluding the teachers are scared of Alice except Oliver and Kevin. Oliver and Alice are canon partners. Katie herself confirmed it. Yeah, oh, I forgot to mention it. Even though it was literally the last thing. Oliver is one of the only characters that treats Alice like a person. I never really thought about that until someone else brought it up one time in a separate context. That, yeah, there they are. And that's why, they are together. Well, part of why. I think. Okay, skip. Her enemy is Agatha. I'm not really sure. Backstory. Okay, we're probably gonna get more into speculation territory now, because we don't know much about Alice beforehand. Oh, right. I keep forgetting. Oh, but thank you, PaperSquare, for bringing stuff up. Alice and Oliver were childhood friends. It's implied that she was even friends with Claire at some point. Well, Claire and her gang. But then, is this gonna lead into something? Oh, that's it? Aw, man. The symbols. I don't even know where he's gonna go with this. This is the Greek symbol delta, which means difference, but likely a design choice. This symbol appears in a lot of cave drawings throughout the school, and even in the forest, where the fake real world stuff happens. There are many other people who share the symbol. Yeah. So, like, Miss Grace has it. She's probably working with Alice. Aiden has it. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Way to stretch. What's very clearly just a silly little thing. And Alice and Oliver are already confirmed boyfriend and girlfriend, so you didn't really have to include this as if it's like, oh, it implies that they have some kind of connection. We know. The rhombus vertical eye only appears in her second form and also on Oliver's shirt. She doesn't have these kind of eyes actually on her. Also, I don't think that's an eye. I think that's just a symbol, maybe. I don't know. I guess I should stop being all like, it's not that deep, bro. But yeah, also, I feel like if these were meant to be considered like the similar or as part of each other or something, she would have made these parts of the thing rounder so they look more like eyes. But no, this one is more explicitly just a rhombus, and these are very clearly eyes, even though Alice doesn't have eyes like that as far as I can remember. Are you gonna show? Oh, nothing. Alice's necklace gives her powers. It wasn't confirmed, but I don't think that's I don't think that's true. But most likely true. No. There are two characters that can transform, Alice and Miller. These guys don't count because they're not human. Yeah, I guess. Those are the only two characters. The humanoid. Wait, Alice isn't even, like, a human. She's humanoid, but she's a demon. Come on. Anyway, they both were. And most importantly, when Alice was defeated, she doesn't have an necklace. Oh. Maybe it is true. Maybe I was wrong. Same for the youngling Alice. Notice how both of them are in their human version. Okay, if you're into more theories, check out this video, I guess. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Okay, a kind of pretty good segue into the theories video. Every non-FPE character explained. Let's see. Are you going to explain it well or no? Katie, Oliver appears, but then he was changed to Katie. Might have been friends with Engel and Claire, but why? How old even are Engel and Claire in this? Okay, so I'm not really sure how the timeline works here with their ages. How much older does Katie, the character, get by the time Claire and Engel become teenagers? Because there's never been an art like these two where they were together in the same space. A sign usually. Wait. You're not going to explain any further? It seems they have known each other for a while. We only have art of Alice in the past when she was a child, except this one. So she also doesn't have interactions with any other characters. Aiden's a murderer. Anything else? Are you gonna? Okay. Never express her emotions. She is supposedly friends with Katie. Sister appears in moonlight, very likely close to Fen. Oh, you're not gonna. I guess I shouldn't expect too much from this. But then they are not trapped in the computer. Yeah, they escaped. They also seem to be stronger than Alice. Maybe not significantly, though. They definitely overpowered Alice here, but appears the machine girl can transform. Is in the same band with Agatha. Likely also a member of Okay, we're moving on to movie. I feel like you could have said that Miller seems to have anger issues, but no, don't include a personality thing in a video explaining characters. The clock on her head kind of makes me think of time travel, but so far nothing at all suggests that time travel exists in the non-FPE story, unless it does, and that's why Oliver was able to meet up with Claire and Engel when they were younger. Moving on, blind girl. Maybe she is. I never really thought of all the bandages on her face in that way. But, maybe who likes ducks and cheese? How interesting. They are both shown frequently with Claire. Oh. Contrary to Engel, these guys. I didn't see the change up there. They are her friends. Those three might have been the main protagonists. Yeah, might have. They're only the main characters' best friends, and the plot being about them surviving the horrors of the forest. That's probably what happens. And anything else? And that was about all the major characters. I guess it's good for an overview. I feel like I would have preferred maybe a bit more deep diving and theorizing type of stuff instead of just the most basic overview possible of everyone. I get that these videos are supposed to be short and stuff, but I feel like you could go a little deeper than that, especially if you're targeting this towards FPE fans. Anyway, that's about it. This could be a gem, and who knows, maybe in season 2 I'll come back to react to the next 4 videos. I guess that's it. Bye.